quick through the air, isn't he?
And he's got the ability to flight the ball as well. And if, as a spinner, you want some response from the surface, you need to go slower, and you have to toss the ball in the air. When you talk about Laman Ali, the left armer, he's quicker through the air. He can do the holding job. And then they have Alex Spira in their lineup, Zahid. But he's not comfortable bowling with a newer ball. Here's another option. Saim Ayub can rotate his arm.
How do we describe these natty floppy hats? Memory from my youth of Roy Fredericks, the wonderful opener from West India, used to wear a little floppy hat like that with a very narrow brim. Cut away by Duckett, who gets off the mark in real style with a lot of conviction, being on 5 from the first over.
Now just hold the phone a moment. With the third umpire being in command of no balls, it takes a little while to communicate the overstepping. This is a good shot. It's also a reason for actually a quicker ball to think about not going around the wicket to Duckett, because we get Eli him slightly wrong outside there. He's got all the freedom he wants to play all his favourite shots, at least against the quicker men. So for him, that was a thank you very much. Gift avidly received.
Over finally done 6 from it. Duckett just looking suspiciously at the pitch. Remember that he dislocated his bottom thumb, his left thumb, in that last test match, taking a catch at slip. And just a sense after that 6 ball from Ahmed Jamal that got a bit of jarring between finger and thumb on the bat handle. A few clouds today for the first time here in Multan. It's not exactly Headingley in April, but there is some cloud cover today. It's slightly cooler. Well, Amir Sahel was great. Asked him who he turned to with the new ball, given that it has to be one of the spinners. He said Sajid Khan, and Sajid Khan it will be.
Remember the days India used to pack their side with spinners? They had some great spinners, of course, back in the 70s, early 80s. And someone like Sunil Gavaskar would bowl 2 or 3 overs, medium pace, just put a bit of wear onto the ball, just hand the ball to the spinners. There might be someone like, guessing, an Abid Ali or someone at the other end. It's a quickish sort of action, isn't it? Double whirl, quickish action. A little bit of turn there, and there's some revs on that ball.
So by mentioning Indian side in the 70s, are you suggesting Pakistan cricket is not moving forward?
Well, retro is all the fashion in many things.
Duckett's going to be a really important player against the spinners for England. Pakistan would dearly love to get Duckett early. Low bounce pitch, good player to spin, ability to sweep and reverse sweep and really put the pressure on the spinners. Suspect he's going to be a very important player here. Yeah, energetic action.
You know, the thing about, as a batsman, any new bowler of whatever ilk. You just need to take a little time to get used to the sight of it. It's the way it releases, the actions of the hands. Would start this to Crawley. The first one, the first ball he bowled incidentally spun, although it was very full. This one just went on with the arm and beat the outside edge.
Yeah, looking to bowl outside the off stump. And that can be a challenging length for a right-handed batsman, especially one who likes to drive the ball through covers. And to the left-hander, he's looking to pitch the ball at the blind spot, targeting the leg stump. Yes, a good start by the off-spinner.
Now, going down the leg side, it's got to straighten a fraction from round the wicket. But that is an interesting and promising first over from Sajid Khan, 9 for none.
Yeah, this puts thoughts in the minds of both left and right hand. We've seen Crawley with one that turned, one that goes straight on. Immediately there's a sort of little bit of suspicion till you settle down. For Duckett, something similar.
Shah Masood has to use Amir Jamal intelligently. We saw English captain using the faster bowlers when there was some reverse swing available. Maybe 2 or 3 overs with the new ball.
we'd like to tell you is all about super soft, cleans like a dream. And we just remind you, please, to practice safe laundry or soft laundry at all times.
Should have been stopped. It was a really poor bit of fielding that at mid-on. It was just diving over the ball, really. He made good ground. It should have been stopped.
Nice piece of timing. Just may push. Trouble with the boundary in no time. Better effort was required from Naman Ali. It was on the stronger side, the left-hand side.
He's driving firmly, but straight to the fielders. 16 for none from 3.
The leg side by obviously different bowling attacks on show, just the one seen for Pakistan, and it'll be really interesting to see how it pans out as we go through this test match this day and see what the spinners can do on this pitch. England will be positive. He's going to spin with that new ball as it just bites into the surface.
Be slightly careful of the square bat shots, not the sweep, but just like a cut or a late cut, or even that shot Crawley just played, because he's quite short. The ball will stay down at times, so just something to be wary of. The little skiddy low one.
Might be 2 on this occasion as Duckett gets that a lot further in front of square. So to take that further, Nas, does that also apply to Duckett in his sweeps?
No, the sweep's fine. I mean, he may miss one, obviously, but it's like a forward defence to Duckett. Absolutely. The more he gets into this innings, the more he'll sweep and reverse sweep.
There is the sweep. The man is out there, but he's not in the right place and away for 4.
Start of something special from Duckett against spin. Because if he has a time of it, Pakistan would very much be on the defensive because they're expecting great things from Sargent and Co. If they can weather this storm, a new ball threat, I think England will be very much on their way to target that score.
We saw very early on that Sargent bowled a very quick delivery for an off spinner anyway. It was over 90 kilometres an hour, and Nasser and I were watching next door. Maybe a bit more of that to try and get underneath him if he does sweep. situated behind the stumps. 25 without loss from 4. England scoring a better than a runner ball. That is what they will try and do, put pressure back on the Pakistan bowlers. And with the selection, 7 spinners and just the one seam, it's slightly one-dimensional. Marginally cooler day. Rammies.
Definitely. In winters, not so much here in Multan, but you feel a little bit of chill in the evenings in Islamabad.
You're telling me I should have packed a jumper.
No.
Well, this morning it was lovely conditions out there with the cloud cover, which we've got now actually, just during the lunch break, that the sun came through and it was real hot again. Right, Noman Ali, who contributed with the bat, now his turn with his left arm spin. So over the wicket, Duckett with his sweeping leg side, obviously going with the spin, with only one fielder out on the leg side boundary, pretty much exactly on square. Fielder at wide third man, that's for the reverse sweep.
A bit of a test for Shan Masood's leadership also. 3 spinners, 3 different kind of spinners. He's not handled such a bowling attack before in his short stint as a skipper. Who will be given more charge, who to rest.
Absolutely nailed that. That sounded so sweet off the middle of Duckett's bat.
And that's going to be the difficulty for Shah Masood. England will not block their way up towards Pakistan. They will play their shots, all of them, all the way down, to have his catches in. That in-outfield has to be spot on. Can't be too defensive and then miss the opportunity if one jumps out the rough.
You'll be wasting just a little bit more flatter, even though that last ball was around 6.
Why do you say that, Rammies?
Because it allows that loop to Duckett, and he can sweep the ball, smash it over mid-wicket, because anything flighted, even slight bit of flight, will help him to smash it over mid-wicket.
The broom's out again. Picked the gap quite perfectly. That man was pushed to near Jamal further in front of square. Duckett has just waited and used his wrist to get it behind square. High-class batting.
You need 2 out there, not so much defensively to stop the boundary, but for the top edge sweep. So the man on 45 could go back another 30 yards for the top edge sweep and squarer. He's bowling a line outside off, and when you bowl outside off, it's going to go squarer or in front.
I think there might have been a bit of bat or something involved, but it eluded. Short leg, 33 without loss.
Quite amazing how his eye is set, talking of Duckett. Blasts it away straight away. Incredible talent and temperament. Missed the bat and the glove. Just got to be wary of the natural variation. The first few overs from spin may just have extra bit of bite at times. It may just straighten pitching.
Quite impressive, the strike rates against spin since 2022. Duckett leading the way with a strike rate of 100. Harry Brook not too far behind, but look at that average. Then you've got Crawley, Pope, Stokes and Roots. So that's the challenge that awaits the Pakistan side and their spinners. 7 of them.
Well, I can tell you the worst position
on the field right now is short leg when Duckett's on strike. There is no worse a feeling when you have someone who's got the variety of sweep shots and hard sweeps that Duckett has. Sam, are you a little bit happier when it's Crawley, because Crawley likes to get down the ground, but when Duckett's on strike, that protective equipment that he's getting right now is in play, and it's important because you're so worried about being hit. You may miss a little inside edge or a back pad.
Lovely from Crawley, a little advance down the pitch. He's a tall man with a long reach anyway. The outfield's gone a bit quicker, has gone through these test matches. 4 for Crawley.
Yeah, we showed those stats against spin. It's not just how good they are against spin, but the variety in the way they play. So tall man Crawley gets down and hits in the V. The short man decent sweeps and reverse sweeps. Left hand, right hand, tricky for the bowlers.
Also, one very tall, the other one my height, very short.
Towering over Duckett, my friend.
I think you should have a special Duckett shot leg, which will be short square leg. That's where you probably feel a little safe. But you've got to alter your links when you're bowling to Crawley and Duckett, both very different in style, execution, and in height.
The umpire is just checking where Sajid is following through. Something you normally see when seam bowlers are operating, but umpire Gaffney's definitely gone down to have a look at the danger area. Does he run into the danger area? Maybe it's just when he leaps after he's delivered that right foot. All about the single. Crawley allowed no, 39 without loss.
Going at a good pacing with 39 without a wicket. Pakistan wanted a kind of a quiet start from England so that the spinners can come into play into this game. But that's the challenge. England will be relentless, and Pakistan will have to find a method, a way where they can quieten the destruction bit.
One thing they could do eventually is go super defensive and play on England's desire to score at a rate which might bring some options. But they'll want to make these early breakthroughs with the catches in place. You mentioned short leg lads, having spent a decade there. I know exactly what you're talking about. Once you start thinking about getting out of the way, you're not thinking about making the catch.
It is such a different position. If you have someone like Crawley sitting in the V, you're in there focused, almost walking in low to take the catch. If you got someone like Duckett on strike, you are on your heels and you are worried about pain. I think the field placement now is better. There are 2 men out on the hook. I'd like the man behind square, because the left arm spinner is going to be bowling outside off. It's going to go squarer. All those on the leg side in the deep can go a bit squarer. It's almost like a fine leg off a spinner. He needs to move squarer a fine leg.
He's a long way outside the line of off stump. There's a long conversation. It's actually a no ball. So forget the conversation about LBW. It's a no ball from a spinner.
Let's hope that Noman Ali and his other mates in the spin department are not rusty, because let's not forget, show you the stats of how long it has been for these spinners to be engaged for Pakistan, playing 11 for Pakistan in the playing 11. Overstepping Noman Ali.
Placed it again, might get two, comes back. No, he doesn't. Decided against it. Good call, nice throw right over the top of the bails.
I used to feel quite regularly at short leg for Pakistan, but my confidence was shattered in 86, 87 when we went to India, because Azharuddin would play two kinds of sweep shots, and it was Sarkar who would play, masterfully well against Abdul Qadir, and Abdul Qadir was pretty decent when it came to discipline, line and action. He would hardly bowl a short ball, but he was so good at sweeping the ball that I lost the plot at short leg.
You got a shelf life, I reckon, at short leg. Rambo, that happened to me as well.
Interesting that, Ravi. You're saying in that era, your area, India players used to sweep more, because generally nowadays they don't sweep that much. It's the odd one that sweeps.
No, I'm in the middle order, Sweat. Who am I forgetting? Jimmy Amarnath played briefly in that series. But Srikanth didn't. There's a basher down the ground. Govind Sarkar, Ravi Shastri, Azharuddin, all Sweat.
The batsman that you got to think about when you're fielding at short leg, it's who's bowling as well. I've spent many years playing with Ian Salisbury and Sack Lane Rushton. Let's say Sack Lane was a little bit more accurate. I could have fielded at short leg in my pyjamas.
Ladies are difficult to feel at short leg, And they're supposed to bowl a back ball. I think that's a given also. So you're in the firing range, and it's quite an acceptable norm, unfortunately.
Nasser was forced to field in the latter stage of your test career.
You'll come. My first thing Michael Vaughan did when I stepped down as captain was he put me in a boot hill, short leg. But that was for Flintoff, Harmison, Hoggard and Simon Jones. That wasn't too bad.
He was trying to see you off for good. Sweep again, placed again, timed again, 4 again for Duckett. Terrific shot. 48 without loss from 7.
In wrong position again from the men in the deep. If you're going to bowl the line outside off, it's going to go square. It can't go down to fine leg. You'll see the fielder come round now. They've just got their sweepers in the wrong position. That line will go square or in front of square.
Some opening partnership of Duckett and Crawley, very contrasting stature and style, and of course right and left hand, but they complement each other beautifully, and they got in off to an excellent start. Small sample size, just 7 overs, but 48 without loss, rattling along at just shy of 7 runs and over.
That's the shot I was talking about. Straight back fine, sweep fine. It's the little dab, and Crawley likes it on a low pitch against a low bowler. He's not got massive height, he's not a high release point. It's going to skid, and you can easily drag this on and nick it. There you are.
Hasn't quite bit of length on occasion, Zach Crawley. A man of great height with a big stride if he needs it. He's just been caught a little on that back foot.
Yeah, a little uncomfortable stretching forward.
sweep, but just for a single. Perhaps Pakistan could think of putting a silly point in there. Take point in closer, getting catching, even more doubt when Crawley's playing off the front foot. And he might, exactly as Nasser was saying, just try and force something past silly point all the way to the boundary.
You'd like Shah Massoud to impose himself as captain here. I look down on the pitch and sometimes you think Rizwan's captaining, or Barber when he was playing in the last game. Rizwan's standing waving his arms round. So what Shah needs to do now, Shah Massoud, run out chance, Crawley's a long way down. Now, did he just disturb the stumps? That's what they got to look for. Did he disturb the stumps? Its way.
He was admitted on for one of the big bowlers. Can I have your side of replay, please? Keep rolling. Yeah, keep rolling. I can see the best limits up, but keep rolling it. Roll it, keep rolling. Just, do you have any other angle? Yeah, roll it. I can see one best limit up. Yeah, roll it from there. Keep rolling. Just roll back 1 second, just roll back. I can see both best limits up before the ball gets in the hand, and keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. It hasn't taken the wicket uprooted. I'll roll back just 1 second, please. Yeah, keep rolling from there on again. I can see one being lit up and another as well. And unsatisfied, the bowler has made the wicket.
Well, this is a mistake from the bowler who broke the wickets prior to the ball arriving, then didn't take it cleanly and sort of palmed it back on to middle stump. It was interesting what the third umpire was having to adjudicate on there, because the zing bail on the left of the screen seemed to come out the grooves but not light up. Then the one on the right did light up, and then they both lit up. So the sink was a little bit out, but fundamentally the wicket was broken by the arm of the bowler prior to the ball getting there. And you don't want to give these two a second chance. That is a gift. It's a full toss. It's put away for another 4 from Duckett. 50 partnership comes up. The 11th 50 opening partnership between these two batsmen.
Wasn't such a great ball, maybe reeling from the fact that there was a run-out opportunity which he messed up quite badly. I think Pakistan need to just calm down a little bit in the field. They've been overexcited to the extent of being hyper.
Oh, yeah. 54 without loss. Often you see these two have a mix-up running between the wickets.
They get on very well on and off the field. They have a great understanding on the field.
Third up to adjudicate on is whether one bail had come out of the grooves and one had remained prior to then the ball hitting the stumps, but as it turned out the bowler had broken the wickets and both bails had been dislodged. But one of those in bails didn't light up as I was anticipating. It looked to me like it was both Alan both grooves, but it didn't light up. Anyway, we move on, not out. 54 without loss. Still some adjustment. Left side field.
It's almost chaotic from Pakistan field, dislodging the bails and messing up straightforward run-out chance.
And then giving it out himself. I think you're right, they might need to take a deep breath.
Calm, deep breaths, wait for the moment. I think they're expecting result of every delivery. Yeah, missing down the leg side.
Little scoop. Effective scoop. Premeditated will certainly bring a couple.
So many good things to like about this batting from Duckett, because he's one step ahead of the opposition in Rick's solar energy. They've got it. I think Ben Duckett has got it as well. He's maneuvering the field. He's pushing Pakistan on the back foot.
Sweep again, placed well again, 4 again. This is terrific batting from Duckett. So proactive and dangerous.
Something for the bowlers really to know and understand where to bowl, and I think they're missing the point because he's not allowing them to bowl. Brilliant through that sweep area.
Is now suggesting a field change.
Well, this was my point, William. This is where Sharma needs to go.
It was a dislocation and not a break. It was then just whether he had the power in that bottom hand to play those square of the wicket shots. And as you can see from that, he has. Now it's Crawley who's powered that into the leg side. Is going to go over that practice pitch and run away for 4.
I mean, here's a problem for Pakistan. Who next? What next? The spinners have gone for plenty. What are the options there? They do not have a lot of options. Because they're bossing the contest. He's supposed to play with a straighter bat on this pitch, but have a look at what Duckett has achieved so far. Runs through square leg and point area. It's just incredible batting.
Well, that's close and been given on field. Crawley turns around as if, oh no, it's going down the leg side, no problem. I'm not so sure. He's going to have a conversation with Ben Duckett and they're going to go upstairs.
TV umpire director will have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. Ultimate field placement, it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front on. A ball pass is close to the bat. Can have outreach to check if there is any batting ball. Yes, please. Let's go in. Roll it through to the bat. Still a gap. Clear gap between batting ball. Satisfied, no batting ball. Ball traveling whenever it is ready, please. Origin decision is out. Pitching officer of impacting line, wickets missing. Please you need to change your decision from out to not out. Stand by. Your screen.
I thought that might have been umpire's call clipping, but as Hawkeye's shown there, missing completely.
I guess he's a tall man, he's got a long reach and he's got a long way to go.
Ben needs to be patted on the back because he was the one to instigate this recall, this DRS moment for Crawley, and well, it worked perfectly.
Come on, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Couple of chances for Pakistan and crossed. One through DRS, the other run out mess up. They don't want to give England a lot of hope, a lot of chances.
Oh, he's nailed that. My goodness, that's a terrific shot. A long way in front of square for another boundary to Duckett. 69 without loss from 10.
He's just bowled 3 overs.
There's such an awkward opening combination to bowl at. Crawley 6 foot plenty, maybe 6'5", Duckett 5 foot and a bit more than 1. Rouge.